So I've been receiving so many different comments and messages from you guys during this quarantine and lockdown telling me you were supposed to be in Spain right now, but because of what happened, you had to cancel your trip. So you're making a lot of different Spain on fork recipes because they make you feel like you're in Spain. Well, today we have another great recipe that's gonna instantly transport you to beautiful Spain, folks. We're talking a baked Spanish rice with vegetables. This dish has an insane amount of Spanish flavor. It's made with the most basic ingredients and it comes together in just 45 minutes. Now to make this recipe, I am gonna be using round rice. You can substitute this for either medium grain rice or even arborio rice. And the second thing, make sure you use some high quality saffron. The saffron is the essence of Spanish rice dishes, so make sure you use the real deal. Get yourself a tin of the one I'm using. This stuff is absolutely delicious. You'll find a link where you can get it in the description box below. The ingredients you're gonna need to make this recipe are a generous 2 cups of vegetable broth, half a teaspoon of high quality saffron threads, a generous 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, half of an onion that's been finely diced, half of a red bell pepper that's been roughly chopped, 20 green beans that have been cut into 2-inch pieces, 3 cloves of garlic that have been finely minced, 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, half a cup of canned tomato sauce, half a cup of frozen lima beans. If you can't find the frozen ones in your area, you can just buy them dry and boil them for 20 minutes. 1 cup of round rice. Again, you can substitute this for either medium grain rice or arborio rice. And 1 head of garlic. All right, let's start cooking our dish. I'm gonna grab a saucepan, heat this with a medium heat, add in the generous 2 cups of vegetable broth, and pinch in half a teaspoon of saffron threads. For the next step, I'm gonna grab an oven-proof paella pan. If you don't have one of these, you can use whatever kind of pan you want to make this recipe. Just make sure that it's oven-proof. I'm gonna heat this with a medium-high heat and add in the generous 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. 1 minute after adding the olive oil into the pan, I'm gonna season it with a little sea salt. Add in the diced onions, the roughly chopped bell pepper, and the green beans. And start mixing these ingredients together with that extra virgin olive oil. You want to mix this continuously, that way nothing burns and everything cooks evenly. Remember, we are on a medium-high heat. After 3 minutes and those vegetables have a beautiful color to them and they're nice and tender, you don't want to overcook them. I'm going to add in 3 cloves of garlic that were finely minced and continue to mix this together. After about 20 seconds and those garlics are nice and aromatic, you don't want to overcook them. I'm going to add in the 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika. Quickly mix this together, that way everything's well combined. Add in the half cup of canned tomato sauce, the half cup of frozen lima beans, and season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And mix this all together until it's well combined. About 1 minute after adding the tomato sauce into the pan, I'm going to add in the 1 cup of round rice. And once again, I'm gonna mix this all together. That way everything's perfectly combined. I'm gonna turn off the heat in the paella pan. Grab our hot saffron infused vegetable broth and pour it into the pan. Give it a gentle mix. That way everything's perfectly divided. And add the head of garlic in the middle of the pan. All right, let's bake our Spanish rice dish. I'm gonna add this into a preheated oven, bake only option. That's just the bottom heat, 210 degrees Celsius, which is 425 degrees Fahrenheit. After about 25 minutes, this rice should be perfectly cooked with all that broth incorporated into the rice. I'm gonna take it out of the oven. And check that out. Look how beautiful this Spanish rice dish came out. Let's give it a try and see how it tastes. This looks absolutely delicious. Here we go. That is so good. You know, it's one of those things again where you got such basic ingredients, you combine them together, and you just kind of wow yourself at how good this is. That rice has a beautiful texture to it. The entire dish is an absolute flavor bomb. Like I told you at the beginning, make this rice at home. It's gonna transport you to beautiful Spain. Really quick before I go, a quick shout out to one of my patrons, Terry K. Clean. Again, Terry, thank you so much for all your support. I truly appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not a patron of Spain Hardcore, consider becoming one. Helps with ingredients and equipment to continue making videos like this. You'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.